Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the continuation of the Dragon Quest VIII playthrough. I'm gonna focus a lot on Dragon Quest for the upcoming few streams, since I think I might actually be finishing it, so I might as well do that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish it today. I'm gonna be able to stream twice. Today I'm gonna have 2 sessions. Yeah, I wanted to stream yesterday, but I just got too lazy and tired. I really didn't even sleep well today. So that goes my chance to actually sleep well. So yeah, that's that. I don't feel that much tired. I'm gonna make myself some coffee. Just now, I didn't eat anything yesterday. Actually, I guess it does count. I did eat ice cream. Yeah, ice cream and the cold have a nice day. You insane? Yeah, I guess. But I didn't actually eat a meal, so. No chicken, no salad. From Baskin Robbins. It was good. What was the flavor? It's something about like vanilla caramel and some like cookie crunch or something like that. It was definitely tasty. Oh, that's my junk meal for the month, I guess. Was that ice cream. It did taste really good. Not gonna lie. Not going to lie. Today I went to my appointment, dentist appointment. She wasn't she was on vacation. She had to come back early. She was scheduled to actually finish get a month and get back after a month. I think my appointment was last month, and she did say something about like, yeah, you're gonna be my last client for the day, and then I'm just gonna go enjoy my my vacation. She went to Egypt, but she told me that she actually had to actually postpone going. Like I think she only got 2 weeks, and then she came back. So I don't know what happened. I started to wear rubber bands, viewers, and for my teeth, for my dental, and it's kind of annoying, to be honest. I guess we're gonna have to see how this is gonna work. I'm gonna have to take it off every time I want to eat too. I did talk about what RPG I'm gonna play afterwards. I think I might jump onto Tales of Symphonia, viewers. It's one of the games that I really wanted to play for ages, but I haven't been able to. But I think once I finish Dragon Quest, I might actually jump on Tales of Symphonia. We'll see if it's gonna be good or not. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be good. A lot of people say that the story for that game is really, really good. So I'm actually looking forward to that. The story for Dragon Quest VIII is a little bit lacking. Not to mention the characters, the character interaction, character progression is not really that much. Everything that's definitely, it's a power fantasy, so everything is gonna revolve around the player character and how the other characters interact with him, but not necessarily the other characters interacting with the other characters, seeing some sort of a character progression and all that. You don't see that, sadly, with this game. Which is, you know, not all RPGs can do that, of course. Which is, it is what it is. Quiet curves. It's Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer. Alrighty, viewers. Let's go ahead and continue from where we left off. We were in the middle of a dungeon trying to get Empyrea's egg back, even though she's a goddess and she probably can, you know, get it back herself. But I don't know. I guess she's dumb or something. Gonna have to make myself some coffee here. Too. I was trying to make myself some coffee. Before I started and actually, like, totally forgot about it. Do you have a coffee machine, haven't I seen? The answer is no. I don't have a coffee machine. I do have the coffee dripper, though, and I do that manually. Why? Because, you know, I'm traveling. I'm not gonna try and buy, like, big machines and try and, like, haul it with me all the time. The only thing that it was worth it hauling it up with me is definitely the air fryer. I do have 2 PCs here as well, but those are definitely things that I'm gonna ship. Coffee going in. Alright, let's continue on a little bit. What's up? Oh, I didn't start this, obviously. Alright, cool. Now we're gonna get even smoother frame rates. Increase defense. English should kill them all. Oh, she got shot. Just kill them all. Let's put some more coffee in the dripper. You bloody dripper. Alright, continue through here. Don't think there's anything that I need to grab. It's gonna be straightforward, huh? Well, I guess it is. Gonna have to go down here. And... I actually got to my appointment like earlier, like half an hour earlier. And there was nobody there, so... I asked her, then if there's nobody there, why the hell do... I mean, why the hell did they brought you back early? And she gave me that look. She gave me that look. Whoa, what the hell is this guy? Never seen him before. New enemy. Let the coffee drip a little bit. Coffee drip, coffee drip. A cup. Maybe defend. Psych up, defend. Calls back up. Bang. Well, that thing is dead already. That didn't kill him. Well, I guess that means I'm gonna have sack twice. Wow, that's a lot of damage. High physical resistance. You bloody ripper. Is the coffee ready? Yes, sir. Have a nice day. Why are you cleaning your glass, your cup? Why don't you just get a clean one that's already there? Well, the answer is this is the clean one. I don't know. That's a habit. I do clean stuff that I use twice. Like clean it after I finish with it, and clean it again when I want to actually use it again. Some people think it's redundant, but I don't know. Can you actually, I don't know. Can you make sure that, yeah, I can make sure that the glass was clean when I put it there, but I cannot guarantee that it was clean when I'm gonna get it back. You don't know. Like dust, anything, any kind of, yeah, anything can happen. Like maybe there's some sort of an insect or something that you haven't detected and it's gonna be there. What, do you live with insects? Have a nice day? No, but I really don't know. Can I actually guarantee that it was clean there? I don't know. Coffee is pretty good. Oh, it's pretty good. Now what's behind this? Treasure chest? No. There are two exits here. There's one over here. Where did I come from? I definitely came from here. So there are two paths. One that should take me here. Take me to the Paradise City. Where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Ah, this will lead to a treasure chest containing... a demon whip. A magical whip surrounded by an air of danger. It might actually be cursed. So maybe I shouldn't equip it right now. I'm just gonna give it to her. How can you cure a curse? Curses in this. I think you need to go back to a chapel to uncurse an item. I don't think there's an item that helps you uncurse something. I can Google it. Demon Whip Dragon Quest 8. Earth? Question mark? Yes, the Demon Whip in Dragon 8 Quest is cursed, causing the wielder to be occasionally paralyzed. To get rid of the curse, you can combine the Demon Whip with Saint's Ashes in the alchemy pot. This process creates the Scourge Whip, which remove the curse and become a strong, usable weapon, Alright, so I guess I'm not gonna be using it right now. I'm gonna keep it for later. Defend. It's gonna kill them all. Yep. Diverting to that other path was definitely worth it. Okay, gonna have to remember the first thing that I'm gonna have to do there is to combine these items and hopefully get something good. Zap. Charming look. Defend. Assessing the situation. I wonder if I even need to. Psych twice. I like psych with 2 characters. Oh. Yeah, let's try that since I already leveled up. Defend. Psych up alone. If I'm gonna jump on another Dragon Quest, viewers, I might actually jump on Dragon Quest 11 afterwards. Alright. Yeah, you really don't need to psych twice, or psych with 2 characters in here. Alright. Seems like we're at the top. No? Well, I guess not. I spy with my little... Oh. Interesting. Just gonna make sure that there isn't any treasure chests here that we're gonna miss out on. Uh-oh. I'm definitely gonna have to psych twice here. Oh! Psych once. I don't think this is gonna work. Instead of you psyching, you can actually heal Jessica. Psych. And let Jessica actually psych once. Uh-oh. None of them? Really, the only thing they can do is just defend them. Silly song. Silly cat, silly cat. What are they feeding you? That's not silly cat, it's smelly cat. Go kaboom, Jessica. Oh my goodness! I might die here. I think my best chance is to actually attack here. Son of a bitch! I could have revived everyone with the... whatchamacallit. Where is the game gonna kick me? Is gonna game kick me? Oh, it's gonna kick me here, so it's not that bad, really. Huh? Oh, not this one. Gonna have to redo all this all over again. Since I know what we're gonna expect here. Spin, psych up, psych up. Can go kaboom. I didn't need to go kaboom, actually. Nice animation. Maybe I just need to psych twice, and that's about it. I don't need to attack some more. We'll see. We'll see. Is this where I need to go? Whoa, 77. While guarding too. Dumbass. Okay, I actually don't need to use Zap here. Is this where I need to go? Yeah, I think this is where I need to go, yeah. Got lost for a little bit. Yep. I should be good. Wonder if it's power. Maybe Firebird Slash for this one. Oh my goodness! Hopefully he's not gonna lose his trash. I'm gonna have to go kaboom here. Defend. Yeah, he didn't retain his, oh shit. He definitely did not retain his, psych. Actually, no. I'll need to go here to grab the demon whip. All right. Sure. Shit. Yeah, he doesn't keep, If he misses his turn, he doesn't keep his tension. Which makes sense, I guess. That didn't kill him? Kassam? This guy again. That didn't kill? Okay. Means I'm gonna have to have two characters. Psych for this. Alright. Now this is where we actually died. So let's chill with this. Where will the path to the west take me? See if this is gonna kill them. Now for focusing on goddamn... Oh, that didn't kill them. These guys are kicking my ass! Oh, they do give a lot of experience. Well, actually, they give a lot of experience now. Because Angela was dead. Huh. Maybe that one is gonna actually take me to a treasure, because you can see that over there is a dead end. So I'm gonna assume that there's gonna be a treasure over there. You can actually see feathers in here. Interesting. I just noticed that. It definitely shows an exit, though. Well, I guess I'm not gonna... Oh no, not the oomph. Not the kasab. Kasite? Hopefully this is gonna be enough. Hilarious indeed! That's not gonna kill him. Sears? That's not enough. Holy! So that means that I'm gonna have to strike twice against these guys too. Yep. There is a path over there. Oh, it does lead to a treasure chest, just as I expected. Cursed. Did I not psych, or did they resist that? Pretty sure that I psyched. It probably resists that. They just resist magic. Or whatever that attack is considered to be. And the treasure chest containing... an urn of saint ashes. I think that's the item that I can use to uncurse that shit. The demon whip. And of course I can't... Yeah, I cannot axe the alchemy pot. Which is stupid, by the way. I think it's a little bit stupid. But he cannot do that. Yeah, considerable. Right back at you. Hopefully there's gonna be a way for me to heal up. I definitely need that. What I do need as well is probably gonna have to heat my coffee. It's cold, viewers, here. It's a little bit cold. Guess I'm gonna have to reheat stuff. What are you eating for today? Have a nice day. Chicken. Nothing but... Nothing, other than protein and fiber. Protein and fiber. To head through here now. These rubber bands are kind of annoying. At first, I didn't think that are gonna be that annoying. They kind of are. Smelly cat, smelly cat. Oh no! What? Oh. We're in the same group. Cassette! Alright, don't laugh. Don't laugh! Oh. Thought they were gonna do the silly attack again. The silly son of a bitch! Just ended Jessica. Well, never mind, that did it. Can I flee now? I guess I can. Probably gonna try and intimidate too. Maybe that is gonna actually take me to the boss. What? Well, I guess I cannot heal, and that's the egg. It is colored, too. The egg is colored. Don't mind me. I wish I can. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to pull it off. I cannot pick the egg and just flee. I guess I'm gonna have to interact with him. Humans? What are humans doing in my domain? And that color. You're not of the Dark Realm. It seems you have strayed into a place you're not welcome. But at a good time. I was getting bored of watching this egg. I'm sure the Lord of Darkness would permit me to enjoy a little distraction. Ho! For boss fight time against Genon. Or Gmon, sorry. He's just a trash mob. It's just as I thought. He's a random ass enemy. They didn't even bother giving him like some sort of a design or anything. I'm gonna try and find something to use here. Give me a few. Ba, 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 ba. This boss fight track is pretty good. Gotta be honest. All right. First thing first. We're not gonna be able to boost anything in here. So I guess Psych it is for you. Psych it is for you. Reduce enemies resisting to resistance to magic. Confuse enemies. Let's use Kabuff first. From fire or ice-based attacks. Well, Psych, it is for you, Jessica. Oh shit. Banks! Oh. So this is reflecting. He does the 100 and... So I'm not gonna be able to use Zap on him. We'll see about that. Blazing fire. Well, I should have. Then I should have used that to resist fire. The insulation belt. Yeah, this guy is annoying. Should have DARPA save for actually going into this battle, but it is what it is. Try and kill this guy first, please. 41. I should have saved. Definitely should have saved. Just focus on this idiot and kill him as fast as possible. 80? That didn't kill him?
Goddess have mercy.
Gonna have to give this another go. Sadly, I'm gonna have to redo all this all over again. Ooh. Is that the third time that I actually died here? I guess. I do have a few stuff that I can buy, at the very least, in this area. I should be fine, I believe. These guys definitely do deal a lot of damage. The exit is over here. Holy, 66. And he doesn't even give me a lot of experience points as well, so fighting that guy is kind of useless. Yes. Can I intimidate these guys? Nope. Huh. Nice. Hmm. There's gonna be the whip, so let's try and get it fast. Okay. Motherfucker. Bob's your uncle. Should have healed. Damn. You can cast Frizzle? I mean, might as well since I did psych up with you by mistake. Did they dodge that? Just kaboom once. I'm gonna try and do a boom instead of kaboom. So that guy's either miss. No, no, no. I thought I was about to say that he either misses or just quits. I don't think that's the case. Let's use boom. Shit. That didn't kill it. That didn't kill it. I mean, I can't go back now and actually heal up. Right? I could go back and heal whatever I have. So yeah, I can prepare for the boss battle. That's an option. And I think the problem was that, yeah, let's do an evac, sure. Can I use the wagon? I thought the wagon was with me here. No, he's not even here, which is strange. So into ashes. I do believe you're onto something here. Oh. All I have to do now is just wait. If only there's a way for me to actually zoom to the goddamn cave, but I guess not. Possibility you cannot intimidate this guy. He did intimidate me back. I don't think I can flee from these guys. Death Dance. Oh my goodness. They killed everyone. They killed everyone! This game has no chill. This game has no chill. Alright. Let's go ahead and do that again. Let me actually drop a save. One here and one before the boss battle. Oh. I'll pour myself some coffee before I sit down. Actually, I kind of want to open the window. What was the leftover? Leftover tea, cup of tea that I made myself yesterday. I thought I actually drank it all. Better off clean the cup then, real quick. Okay, camera. It's on. All is well. This is where I need to go. Can I flee? Yes. Yeah, there's gonna be a few enemies that I'm not gonna be able to flee from. What the hell? New enemies! Dark Stars. Oh, we'll see. Okay. Well, that didn't kill them. Nice. Okay. I don't seem that they're gonna be as strong, so I might actually be able to flee from them. I don't think I can flee from the sea divas. Jessica. Go kaboom, I guess. Uh-oh. Come on, do it fast. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to continue through here. I don't think I can run from this guy. Might actually be worth it. I think there's a mechanic in the game that increases your chances of speed of escaping after every turn. Like after every turn, you actually have the ability to actually your escape chances are going to increase, which is an interesting mechanic. It's probably it has some sort of a formula attached to the level. To the level of the enemies you're gonna face. That's for sure. See? Oh, God knows I cannot intimidate that motherfucking Cherokee. It came from revenge for the goddamn Thanksgiving. I don't like these guys. Actually, Sucking up seems to be not worth it that much. We just need to attack them like that and hope for the best. Yep. It's just a waste of time. Back and kill him fast. Oh, good thing that he missed. Antidotal herb. I think I can flee from these guys. I think this one is gonna be the one that take me immediately to the boss battle. I don't think I can flee from these guys. It's worth a try. I think this is gonna take me to the boss. Yep. Kinda healed up. Well, I'm gonna heal myself up, that's for sure, but kinda have a lot of MP with me. I can flee from these, yeah. Didn't notice? Good. Good thing that they didn't notice. Otherwise, would have been a little bit problematic. All right. Dropping another save here, even though I should have healed first before I drop a save, but this should be fine. What's the strategy? I definitely need to kill the goddamn turkey first. I think the other one is gonna be fine. But they don't. This guy is gonna use reflect, so I'm not gonna be able to use stupid ass Jessica properly. Well, I do have her whoop attack, so I guess I'm gonna have to double down on these. Oh! For boss fight time, round 2. Zombie Bane. I think he is susceptible to sleep. I wonder if I can actually use this on them. $74. I should have used insulation with her. That didn't kill, sadly. Nice. Actually, you definitely need to heal Angelo. It's okay. Maybe I should use Omni Heal now. Nice! Oh my goodness. $50. Oh my goodness. Of the material form. It's okay. Bounce? Okay. Did not return to life. Shit. That's not good. Come on. Snap out of it. Sometimes he attacks twice and sometimes he doesn't. I do need to use Omni Heal here. Defense returned to normal. Oh my goodness. Da, da. Calls for backup? I'm gonna have to focus on that idiot again. He still has the zap ability? Just kill that idiot. The bounce wears off. It's okay. We're doing good. We're doing good. Anything that I can actually do here? Not really. One point of damage? Don't attack twice. Resist? Oh my goodness. Come on. Come on, heal. Nice. It's okay. Nice. All right, kaboom! Might as well. Charming look. Kaboom. Kaboom! Woo! Woo! He definitely susceptible to magic attacks. That's okay. I didn't get anything from him. Insulates. I thought, no, I healed Jessica. What? I healed Jessica. Please don't kill Jessica. Oh, God! Defense returned to normal, and you're up. Ah, why is he not dead? On the heel, come on. Shh. Actually, Angus, I need you to use this again. Come on, kill him. Nice. It's okay. Heal. I'm gonna heal. Omni heal! No, he's gonna resist. He's gonna resist. Okay. Omni heal. Omni heal. Omni heal. Omni heal. Omni heal. Omni heal, motherfucker. Omni heal the shit out of this right now. Omni heal. Thank you. Psych up. Psych up. Psych up. 88. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna go for 50. I'm just gonna go for 20, because I think he's about to die. I think he's about to die. Should I go Frizzle? I'm gonna go Kaboom. Blazing Fire, we're fine. Yangus! Come on, Yangus! All right. I knew it. I know he was about to die. I knew it. 10k experience points. Your chest containing a seed skill.
Impossible.
Oh, now he gets voice acting?
No human could be so strong. Of course, Empyrea. She brought you here from the world of light to defeat me. What a fool to think she could get the better of me. If I die, I'm taking her egg with me.
Uh-oh.
Regret the day she tried to trick Gammon.
Oh no! Oh, he's gonna cook the egg. Uh-oh.
What was that noise?
That was for naught.
What? What happened? My egg. My baby. In pieces. Empyrea. I'm so sorry.
Uh-oh.
Do not blame yourselves. I should never have put you in this position. I am truly sorry for having brought you here and for subjecting you to such a bitter experience. I will take you back to the Eye, so you may return to the world of light.
Huh.
Mother, wait.
What the?
My baby?
And it can talk, too.
Yes, it's me, Mother. Do not feel sad. I wanted to give something to the people who came to help me, to thank them.
Give them something? But you're...
You're dead!
I know, Mother.
You're an omelet
To
now.
help them. am just a soul. I have no form, but if they lend me their bodies, I can make them fly.
Whoa! What does that even mean?
Let me travel with you. I can help you.
It is true. If my child can be of help to you on your quest, I hope you will accept. Please grant my son his wish to accompany you.
Can I say no? I'm not gonna say no to that.
I cannot express my gratitude enough.
I will change into a form that you can carry around with you. Whenever you need me, just call.
Whoa! Oh, well, I guess that's that. Hachi obtained the Godbird Soul Stone and puts it in the bag. The Soul Stone will allow you humans to change your physical form into that of a bird and fly. Ooh! But its powers are limited to use in our world, the World of Light. We should be leaving soon. Climb upon my back, and I shall carry you. So I'm not going to be able to use it here. Ah! Look at Medea.
Well, that was a singularly unusual affair. To think, there is a whole other world. If I hadn't witnessed it with my own eyes, I'm quite sure I would never have believed it.
Huh.
And if that strange eye wasn't there, I'd be convinced it had all been a dream.
I mean, can we actually explore the Dark World? Caca! Oh, I guess that's that for this section of the game. Now, how can we use this? Godbird Soulstone, a sacred gem that allows the party to fly freely through the sky. Hachi uses the Godbird. Soul speaks to the party. Can you hear me, Hachi? The controls for my bird form differ from those you use for walking around on the earth. If you ever need help, just press circle, and I'll explain everything. Now that you can fly, you'll be able to reach locations you couldn't travel to before. Now let us find the elusive Rapthorn. Whoa! I'm not gonna need the ship anymore, right? Okay. Alright. I can see the... Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We can actually fly now. Hey! Even the music is it's pretty good. We can fly now. Using a dead baby. Whoa. How can I land? Land, well, with triangle, I guess. That's pretty cool. Let's talk to the party members. Now we have Empyrea's son to help us on our journey. Talk about having friends in high places. He's the son of a godbird. Something tells me this little fellow's no ordinary chick. I mean, we just flew with him, lady. Well, it's fortunate that the gateway to the world of darkness hasn't closed up. Now we can pass between the two worlds at our convenience and meet with Empyrea's whenever necessary. I mean, do we really need to go back to her? I can't believe it. We couldn't help all of them sages' heirs, and now we messed up with Empyrea's chick and all. I'm really knocked now. That rap god got it coming. I'm gonna flatten him. I really thought Empyrea would lose it when she found out her egg had been crushed. I was pretty worried for a while. But she was so calm. She just rose above it all. That's exactly the kind of level-headedness you need for poker. For poker? Is that what you're thinking about, poker? Alright, let's go ahead and head to the Mystical Spring. I'm pretty sure that there's gonna be some sort of a new dialogue. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And afterwards I'm gonna save. Give me a drink.
You know, it feels like ages since we last came here.
I did try and come here.
I want you to know how much I appreciate your hard work trying to lift the curse.
Gov.
How are you feeling? You must be exhausted. I want you to know that, well, I would understand if you decided to give up.
Huh? I don't think I have a choice.
Why do I say that? Well, my father told me something the other day.
Uh-huh.
He said that you have your own life to lead. That it wouldn't be right for us to drag you along with us for the rest of your life. You've done so much for us already. I promise I would never think badly of you if you decided to leave and go your own way.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Did the alchemy pot finish? All right. Now we can actually go anywhere using Godbird Soulstone. Can I go to the casino? Like, is there gonna be anything different? I definitely need to try and find a way for me to be able to get stuff. Is this a casino? Is this an area that I cannot access? It seems like it. Yeah, no, I don't think I can access that area. But the casino should be around here somewhere. I think this is where I'm gonna find the casino. I do need to save. There's gonna be a way for me to actually grind money. That's definitely something that I'm gonna need. It's through here. Oh, it's still locked? Or maybe it's locked in the night? It doesn't seem so. Because that explains the casino's closed right now. Welcome to the gold bank. Maybe I'm gonna Google that. Uh, Dragon Quest 8. Casino. Unlock. What is the earliest point you can unlock Baccarat Casino? You unlock it after you get Jessica back. Is that so? It kind of... I think this has kind of spoiled something for me. I guess, there's some sort of a side quest that we need to do to unlock the casino. It requires a dungeon. And someone said that if you're... That he tried to do that side quest at level 38 and couldn't do it. Okay, let's try and see if we can do it. Maybe there's another entrance. This definitely seems like it's actually gonna take me there. Maybe there's gonna be another entrance. Oh, I forgot there's the manor. These guys do have a manor, right? They do have a castle that I haven't been able to get into. Oh, I think I can actually go there. Oh! And the top tier weapon is ready. You made a Scourge Whip. Your alchemy skills are improving. I see that's another exceedingly rare item you've made. How'd she obtain the Scourge Whip? Alright, cool. Give it Jessica. Oh my goodness, it's actually really good. Yes, sir. I think I can make the other whatchamacallit. The other one still allows me to use explosion. It is open. Okay, nice. Oh my goodness. Lady! Am I gonna get banned? Oh my, I am gonna get banned. She wears a thong! Thong. Are you applying for the guard position too? There's going to be a trial to determine whether the family fortune goes to cash or carry. Huh? They're interviewing people to protect each of them along the way. I applied, but I didn't get accepted. They must be looking for someone pretty fearsome. Sucks to be you. Maybe this is some sort of a side content here. Oh. I think I remember going through here. I might actually focus on doing the story mode viewers, and then leave the post content for later. But I do need to finish this because I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna need the money as soon as possible for me to actually afford some shit. You must be here about the bodyguard position. Thank you for coming. Our employers are currently seeking bodyguards to accompany them on a trial. It will determine which of them inherits the family fortune. Unfortunately, none of the applications have measured up. You, on the other hand, seems to have just the qualities we're looking for. Oh, it's you, the adventurers from the Dark Ruins. Are you applying to be bodyguards too? That's great. With your skills, I'm sure you'll get your pack of working for cash or carry. Okay, does this lead up? Nope. Hey, I remember you. You're the one who managed to break through the aura in the Dark Ruins. Thanks to you, we were finally able to get inside. Unfortunately, the place was empty. And there I was expecting to come face to face with Dalmagus. You wouldn't happen to have defeated him, by any chance? I did. What? You did? That's absolutely incredible. He must really be something else. Oh, I thought I can actually say something else. When we couldn't find Dalmagus in the Dark Ruins, we came home to report back to Cash and Carry. The moment we get back, it turns out Golding's death is public knowledge. And Cash and Carry are at each other's throat over who gets to run the casino. This is about their foster father's death, not their stupid inheritance. I can't believe those two. Like, they're not even, like, related to him? Not blood related? Hmm. I might actually fix myself something to eat, viewers, like in like 15? 20, maybe 20 minutes or more. Where will this take me? Single barrel. File of magic water. Oh, cutscene?
I hate you, Cash. I so cannot stand you.
Oh, she's easy on the eyes.
We're both orphans, remember? Dad took us in when we were still babies.
When you were still babies. Not a big fan of the way she speaks.
You don't know who's actually older. For all you know, I could be your older sister.
Yeah, and for all I know, maybe you're actually a boy.
Whoa!
Never, Carrie. Why don't you
I mean, we can check it out right now.
An equal chance.
Carry with a D? I think this guy's
Like,
Cash,
how many
yeah.
times do we have to go over this? We do the contest. The winner inherits the Golding family's fortune. End of story. Wait, don't tell me.
You're too scared to go to the dragon graveyard, even with your bodyguards. As if. Don't be more of a jerk than usual, Cash.
That's me.
Cash, we have guests. They could be applying for the bodyguard position.
Oh, hello there. Please forgive our manners.
What's with the way she talks? Hello, I guess. I'm gonna pick the lady, if I'm gonna have an option. Oh, that's, Golding? Pretty cool. It's a very distinguished and lifelike portrait of Golding. little bell here. A ladder that leads to nowhere. I spilled the beans about Golding being dead to one of my friends, and now the whole town's up in arms. Uh-oh, so it's your fault. You were the one that did it. I'm gonna check the area before I talk to them. Maybe we're gonna find something interesting. This just seems like it's Golding's room. Gold ring? Fancy bed. I mean, the metal. There's a lot of beds in here. Maybe I'm gonna go like check my medals that I've got so far. Now, who sleeps here? Well, spangled dress. I guess that answers that. This is Carrie's. Oh, it's actually better than what you're already wearing. But I'm not gonna talk about this at all. So it is probably some sort of a side quest. Alright, let's talk to them. Hey, great! I've been looking for a few good men and women. What? Why? You don't know what I'm talking about? Then listen up and hear what me and my brother have to say. No. What do you mean, no? I promise we won't bite. Come on, sit down and listen. Alright. I take it you're here about the bodyguard positions? No. Yeah? Too bad. But you look perfect for the job. Come on. Will you help me out here? Alright, let's say yes. Take a seat and I'll tell you the scoop, okay? Alright.
Let me explain the situation. Our foster father has passed away. Now, we're in the middle of deciding which of us will take control of his fortune. Maybe arguing is a better term. My sister and I are like oil and water. We never agree on anything.
Good thing that you guys don't mix.
That's why we've decided to.
They do have the same
contest,
eye colors.
Whoever completes it and returns to town first will be declared the winner.
The trial itself is a Golding family tradition. It's like a test of a potential heir's worthiness. All one has to do is enter the dragon graveyard. And
Dragon
the mark of the
graveyard?
family on their hands. Sounds easy, right?
Not. The dragon graveyard is full of monsters. We could even die, you know. So we've agreed to hire bodyguards to protect us during the competition.
The only thing is, we haven't been able to find bodyguards of the right caliber.
What if I do that? I should get the inheritance.
I've got a good feeling about you travelers. What do you say, little sister?
I hate to say it, but I agree. Wow, this is a first.
Well, there you have it. Okay then, if we're all in agreement, why don't you go ahead and choose which of our backs you'd like to cover? The loser will use bodyguards picked from the mansion staff. Won't you, Carrie?
Whatever. You're going down either way, Cash.
Okay.
Sure, sis, sure. Oh, and one more thing. You'll be compensated regardless of who wins. So, don't worry about pay.
So what? I'm gonna have to pick one? I'm gonna pick the girl. You'll have a lot more fun with me than my brother, I can tell you that. So pick me! So, you'll act as my bodyguard in the dragon graveyard. Sure. Coolness! Sure. Thank you. We're going to leave at first light tomorrow. I don't want you oversleeping, so you're going to crash here at the mansion tonight, okay? Is there like a difference?
I'll take some of our men as bodyguards. And before I forget... You rang?
You rang?
Would you be so kind as to prepare a nice dinner for our guests tonight? We should do our best to put them on equal footing with the guards. Don't you think?
Something tells me he's gonna force me to oversleep or something.
Do you always have to be so patronizing, Cash? But you won't hear me complaining about having a nice dinner.
Diamond, first they scamp for now this. We're on a banquet roll.
We're in a banquet roll!
King Trode's going to miss out again, though.
Nobody cares about that.
What he don't know won't hurt him.
That evening, the party eat their fill of the delicious banquet laid out for them, and then fall into a deep, contented sleep. I think he slipped me a Jimmy. Or a Mickey. Not a slipped me a Mickey. Not Jimmy.
Wake up! Wake up! Hello! Wake up! Up!
Whoa.
Come on, move, you lazy bum!
Ah!
What are you doing? The sun's already up. Cash is on his way to the cave. I cannot believe this. Help me wake everyone up right now!
Look at that look on his face. That's not gonna end. Beautiful ladies? Huh?
Come
Ah!
on! Get up! Now! I've decided to let it go this time because I overslept too. We have my jerk of a brother to thank for that.
He probably surplus something.
I got the maid to confess that she put sleeping powder in our food last night, at Cash's order.
Figures.
Look, there isn't any time to discuss it now. We can still catch up with him. Come on.
Damn,
Let's go.
even poor Jessica can't balance her titties. I thought she's gonna run
I know you need to get
run
yourself
to
ready, but I hate waiting around.
through the door or something like that.
So I'm going on ahead. Meet me at the entrance to the dragon graveyard,
I don't know where it is.
and don't keep me waiting.
I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. I can't believe he tried to sabotage us by putting sleeping powder in our food. You know, I used to think Cash was kind of cute, but now I take it back. I don't remember going to sleep last night. I do remember we had a good bit of grub in the evening, though. I wouldn't mind a repeat performance. I'm still tired now. There's no time for a nap. We've got to get after Carrie. You can't let a good-looking girl like that go all that way on her own. Well, you can tolerate the way she sounds, I guess. She's kind of cute. I'm so sorry. I know what I did was wrong. But Cash forced me to put sleeping powder in the food. Please, please don't tell anyone. If Cash finds out I talked to you, he'll have my head on a platter. I mean, can you tell me where the fuck is the goddamn dungeon? I tried to wake Carrie up, but Cash stopped me. I'm just a servant. There was nothing I could do. I could say. That's why I couldn't wake Carrie up until after Cash had already left. Is there anyone gonna tell me where I'm gonna find the dungeon? Hopefully it's gonna be worth it. Actually finishing this, I mean. What are you doing just hanging around here? Aren't you supposed to be Carrie's bodyguard? Cash has already set out to the Dragon Graveyard with his party. It's in the desert to the south. In the desert to the south. Alright. Let's head south, I guess. Ooh, it's all the way there. Like, I don't think there's a natural way for us to go to get there. We actually needed to fly for this, so maybe not? Yeah, maybe that was our only way for actually getting there. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, wanted to hit triangle. Land here. We're gonna go check on that area. I think that's gonna be a chapel. Yep. Are these guys gonna be strong? Well, one way to find out, I guess. Not really. Calls for backup. Big mistake. Yeah, these guys don't even give a lot of experience points, so this area might actually be easy. Fancy coming go all the way out here to a destroyed old dust ball like this. How about I give you a tip to make it all worthwhile? There's this weapon called the Sandstorm Spear that kicks up a cloud of dust and blinds your enemy. Ooh. Apparently, because you can make it by mixing a partisan spear and something really dry like sand. Okay, this is the first guy that actually tell me how to make a recipe. Something gritty. Welcome to Traveler's Chapel. This was built for people crossing the desert, just like you. There are a number of other chapels like ours scattered throughout the world in remote and dangerous parts where few dare to live. We feel that it's the duty of the church to protect travelers from the fearsome monsters roaming the wilderness. Sure. Is that gonna cost me some money? If you plan on continuing your journey throughout the dangerous desert, you should make sure you're well stocked up first. Dreamblade? I already have that. $60? No need to do for that. Alright, let me drop a save here. And viewers, how about we watch something while I prepare dinner? Oh, interesting. That's very interesting, the way that this game looks right now. Wonder if there's gonna be a dust storm or whatever. I'm gonna assume no. I am going to assume no.
Something that's gonna ruin the game, but every
Yeah, we're gonna watch something while I prepare some shit. I think this is the last thing that we haven't seen so far, so. A game that's called Brutal Japan, viewers. Let's go and watch it together.
Have you ever gotten the feeling that a project was specifically made with you in mind? Well, that's how I felt about Brutal Japan. This is a low-budget horror title set in a regular-ass Japanese neighborhood and gives off heavy survival horror vibes. Its creator says that they were inspired by the Siren series, and you can definitely see that influence, but without the site-jacking mechanic, I'd say this fits pretty firmly into the realm of an
Doesn't look like
game.
it's
Brutal Japan is an
like a
early
Siren
access
game.
and I don't think I'm going to step on anyone's toes when I say that's pretty clear right from the start. It is incredibly rough around the edges, and, well, if I'm being honest, I'd venture to say it's kind of bad. And we will definitely work out exactly why that is, but before we do, let's get down to brass tacks. Like I said earlier, Brutal Japan as a concept is just killer. You play as a Japanese guy who lives in a rough part of town so that he can save on rent every month, and one late night after getting off of work, he seems to have lost his keys somewhere, which, in a weird way, is probably the most horrific scenario we've covered in this video series so far. Seriously, you ever lose your keys before? It's like the worst situation imaginable. Well, anyways, so now in the dead of night, this guy has to explore this eerily quiet neighborhood so he can find his keys and get home. In the process of doing just that, he stumbles on some weird homeless guy who attacks him out of nowhere, and now he's got to sneak his way around what seems to be a never-ending army of homeless guys, or maybe it's supposed to be just one dude, I'm not really sure. Which means you'll be doing a lot of running and not so much fighting. And yes, I do have some spicy thoughts on non-combat horror games not being survival
Spicy
horror.
thoughts?
There is a component in this game that'll have you smashing the less fortunate with an umbrella or a broken bottle, so it looks like I once again win on a technicality. Really though, that's all there is to the gameplay. You find some items around the environment, use them to solve some very, very rudimentary item-based puzzles, and try to dodge a homeless guy. So I guess we could stop burying the lead here. Like I said, I really did not like this game, and most of that is due to what I have to assume are mistakes or errors. Because if they're not, these guys just actively hate the people playing their games. Alright, so allow me to elaborate on that. The first thing you're going to notice is the fact that the keyboard is the only officially supported way to play the game, which isn't terrible. I mean, I played through whole-ass Resident Evil games using a keyboard, and it actually works pretty well. What doesn't work, though, is this game's controls, or I guess more importantly, their sensitivity. You can use either ASWD or the arrow keys to move around, but regardless of which you prefer, just looking in the direction of the left or right keys is going to have your character nearly pulling a 360. Seriously, the turning controls are so damn sensitive, I never really got used to them. I had to
That was a
start
good
just
session
barely tapping left or right,
with Dragon
which is really
Quest.
hard to wrap your head
I might
around,
actually
but
play
having your
another
character in the
session
other
with it.
direction. Oh, and just in case you were wondering, the down arrow
Check on that
really does
dungeon
nothing.
for a little bit. If it's
Only
not gonna be
doesn't
anything important,
take
I'm
the
probably
game.
gonna
Moving on from there, though, the point of the game is to avoid the
switch to
wandering
Siberia.
sky, and doing that can be a lot harder than it sounds. This asshole moves in a manner that random doesn't even begin to describe. The guy's constantly changing direction, and I found no real strategy to work in terms of just getting by him unnoticed. If he does catch wind of you, he'll give chase, and typically that lasts until you've gained enough ground for him to give up. The game does give you a sneaking option with a crouch sort of walk, but I still got noticed while crouching, and thanks to the random nature of the enemy's movements, I just ran everywhere. Because if I'm going to play a game that's actively working against me, I'd rather not extend that time by creeping along at a snail's pace. Getting away from your homeless attacker is simple enough, but you can't interact with items while he's chasing you, and you're gonna need to do that to progress, so have fun with that. Oh, and I nearly forgot to mention, the game often just spawns this guy in a few feet in front of you, so even if you are being incredibly careful, you are still going to struggle with getting caught. At one point, the game would just spawn this guy in as soon as I rounded a corner. No matter how I did it, fast, slow, it didn't matter, he would just appear out of nowhere, which is a real problem because this is a very small section of the map, and there were things I needed to interact with which can't happen while being chased. So I would just run back to the beginning of the area to catch my breath and try again later, and I went through this process maybe 7-8 times. Later I found out this section contains the one and only object you can actually interact with while being chased, and as you can imagine, that was really fun. Oh, and the best part was that 2 or 3 hits kills you, which forces a restart to just about the beginning of that chapter. And if I had to guess, I would say this section killed me maybe 4 times, which meant I spent a lot of my playthrough just making it back to this part. And to add insult to injury, there's an autosave maybe a minute's worth of progress from this point. I also ran into issues picking stuff up even when I wasn't being chased because the text prompt that tells you can pick something up appears long before you're close enough to actually do what it says. I think this thing is a little too specific with where you can and can't be to interact with
Ooh,
stuff.
I
So
forgot to buy
spend a lot of
something.
time finding
Ooh.
that one square pixel it wants you to stand on.
I
before you
forgot
pick
to
up
buy
the map.
lettuce.
In the game's favor, though, this
I
is a
forgot
really
to buy
effective
lettuce.
atmosphere that comes from, in my opinion, it taking place in a really effective setting. This place looks
Yeah,
convincingly
I'm
like
cutting
the
the,
average
I'm
Japanese
cleaning the
neighborhood.
vegetables here
Fine and knock
to
it
prepare
out.
them and cut them, and I forgot, and I wasn't looking around. Where the hell did I put the lettuce? I forgot to buy lettuce.
And experiencing the isolation of seeing no one else around and the eerie quiet that can fall over a place that lies.
I do
just
use a lot of
minute
lettuce
from the
in my
road.
salad, and it
Definitely
actually
a
lasts
plus in the
for
atmosphere.
too long.
I think that's
Like
helped
one
along by a lot of
batch of
people.
lettuce that I buy, and it's actually it used to be much cheaper than before, by the way. A batch of lettuce, I can buy it for
clean it looks without it. And keeping with the upward momentum, there were a few different
from a
things
converted to
that were really
dollars,
nice.
it's
One time I ended up beating the homeless guy to death, which took a considerable amount of effort, believe you me, and after getting my keys and returning home, my character ended up getting hauled off to jail. The tabloids called me the office-working homeless hunter or something like that, which is absolutely hilarious. And more funny than that is my next playthrough where I hit him just enough to get him to drop the keys and circle back.
maybe
to pick them
30,
up.
around 30
But this
30
moment
cents, maybe.
aside, no monthly savings are worth going through that again.
A little bit more like expensive, like maybe like 32, like 31. Like I'm not gonna get be more specific, more like I'm not gonna do the math and get you the exact number, but it's around 30, 31, 32, something like that.
Probably the most plausible and realistic.
30 1 cent, and that's and that batch like is gonna last me like for more than a week, by the way. So
In the end, though, this is an early access game.
yeah, that's actually like, and it used to be cheaper than that. By the way, viewers, it used to be cheaper than that.
Solely on the look and
Believe it or
feel
not.
alone. They seem to be aiming for releasing a few more scenarios, which, to be honest, I really wouldn't be interested in playing unless they see some serious polish. I will keep my eyes on this one because there is some promise here, just not enough to warrant the absolute pain that is playing through it again. If you are interested, it's only going to run you maybe $2 or $3, and perhaps a few more purchases will get their asses in gear on improving things here, but if not, at least I got to play a very interesting walking at night in Japan simulator. One that, according to the developer, is indistinguishable from Japanese reality.
Who coughed? It was him? I heard about this game. It really didn't interest me,
Okay, guys,
even though a lot of people
bit
actually
of a talk. For as long
a
as
lot
I
of people
can
actually
remember,
like
viewers
this game, but
recommended
it
play
never
Lone
actually
Survivor,
interested
and
me.
I can totally understand why. I mean, if there's two things I love in this world, it is good pixel art and survival horror gameplay, and both are most definitely represented in this game, but here's the catch. I just flat out do not like it. And believe me, this is not a recent revelation. On and off for years, I've tried to get into Lone Survivor, and each time I restarted, I think to myself, maybe I was tired last time, or I just wasn't in the right mood for this type of game, but I am never able to get very far in this thing. Before we get into that, though, we should talk about how the game works, and then maybe we'll try and
Yeah,
figure
it
out
never
what
actually
exactly is wrong
interested
with my
me.
brain on this one.
Ever,
Lone
viewers,
Survivor
this
is the
game.
story of this guy. In the intro, he says his name's not important.
So I'm not the only one.
According to him, there's been some sort of an outbreak, and the only reason he's still alive is because he shut himself in his apartment and rarely, if ever, left. The game starts, and the general goal is to find some more supplies to keep our guy alive for just a little longer, but it's not long until we start seeing some cracks in his story. Our main character seems to be almost constantly hallucinating and even conjures up people to talk to. In fact, the sparse amount of dialogue you get in the game seems to point the direction that these people may even not exist. And without finishing the game or ever looking up its story, I can already call dibs on this being some sort of a Silent Hill 2 thing. You know what I mean, the kind of story where everything is actually an allegory for the protagonist coming to grips with some sort of past trauma. Or
Everything is a reflection of the protagonist's psyche?
I'm calling it right now. You guys let me know in the comments if I'm right or not. Our man sometimes sees this guy with a box on his head, both in the real world and in his dreams, and sometimes has Twin Peaks Red Room style visions of himself sitting next to some guy and refusing to talk to him. So
Okay.
on top of the whole Silent Hill 2 prediction thing, I'm going to go ahead and throw the unreliable narrator trope in there with it as well. Like I said before, I've never beaten this game, and really I'm not interested in ever trying, so there's definitely a lot I'm missing out on, but to be totally honest, the level of cryptic dialogue at the start did not move me in the opposite direction. I'm being dead serious when I say that a lot of the interactions I experienced in this game felt like they could have been written by Neil Breen.
Programmable matter.
We will
Who?
all be connected telepathically. Special agents
Who?
are prepared.
Gameplay-wise, we've got a few different elements overlapping here. At first, you have no real means to defend yourselves, so you'll need to sneak around enemies using hiding spots or chunks of rotten meat to distract them, and this actually works pretty well. After a while, you will get your hands on a gun, and just like you'd expect in a survival horror game, ammo is going to be scarce, meaning you're only going to want to use it when you have to. On the plus side, the game does give you some form of combat avoidance in most situations, but since you'll be traveling back and forth using the same routes over and over again, you might want to plug a few of these creeps just to make your life a little easier. While exploring and finding items that'll unlock more of the apartment complex, you'll also run into the need to eat and sleep, and this is a major stumbling block for me. I mean, sure, eating is easy enough. You'll find foods and
It's a
snacks
survival
in the
game as well?
and you can eat most of them on the spot.
Wonder if this guy talked about
This is the thing that bothers me.
Dark
On top of
World.
being crazy as all hell,
Or
I'm pretty
Darkwood,
sure
not
the
Dark
main
World,
character here
Darkwood.
is suffering from a severe vitamin deficiency because it seems like you can't play for more than 5 consecutive minutes without him complaining about needing to sleep. And this means halting all forward progress to return to your apartment. Now, you can sometimes encounter a dream sequence when you do this, which sort of makes the trip feel a little more fruitful, but most of the time, you'll just be trekking back there to refill some invisible gauge. Luckily, you can fast travel by looking at mirrors, so it's not as bad as it could be, but this guy's narcolepsy still kicks in just when I'm starting to get into the groove of things, which means I have to stop the part of the game I enjoy to engage with the part that I don't. Continuing with the complaints, I really did not like the way the game map is laid out here. Now, we have covered quite a few 2D survival horror games in the series, and I've really enjoyed all of them, but where they differ from Lone Survivor is in the Y-axis. LS has you solely navigating a single horizontal plane, and that makes the map incredibly hard for my brain to memorize. The perspective changes so randomly from room to room, it's hard for me to keep track of exactly where I am and how I got there. Okay, so that might be a little hard to explain, so let me give you an example. You may enter a door directly behind, or I guess above your character, depending on how you look at it, but then you end up in a room where the door you just walked through is on the left-hand side of the screen. There's just no concrete point of reference that lets you know what direction you're actually headed in, and at this point, I'm sure you're probably yelling at me to just use my map, but that's the real kicker. Past the first 20 minutes of the game, I just couldn't get this little shit to pull the damn thing out. Every time I'd hit the M key, he'd say he knows this area like the back of his hand, and I guess that's nice, but I don't. Honestly, guys, if I had any hair at all, I would have pulled it all out trying to figure out how to open the damn map up. So I did a
Interesting.
little bit of research, and it seems like this is actually a glitch. Apparently, for some people, the game just turns their normal difficulty save into expert mode when they quit out of the game and try to reload that save. So
Okay.
that's fun. And I think that
And they've
leads me
never
to
fixed
another
that?
issue I have. Apparently, this game is essentially just a Flash title, and because of that, there are no traditional controls over how you want to play it. I mean, come on, this thing is just begging to be played with a controller on PC, but when I try to use my PS5 or PS4 controller, hitting start or any other 2 buttons just exits the damn thing. On that same note, you have absolutely no way to alter the resolution or switch to windowed mode, which wouldn't be as much of a big deal if the game didn't use big chunky pixels. Pixels that at 4K are so large that text becomes incredibly hard to read and small details are almost unseeable. Now, it's not exactly unplayable for me, but depending on how good your eyesight is or how close you are to your monitor, it may be for you. Now, there is what the game calls an aspect ratio hotkey that you can hit at any point, but it just crops the top and the bottom of the screen. It doesn't increase the resolution or decrease the amount of stretching that's going on, so it's effectively useless unless you really like boxing, I guess. Okay, I know I've been complaining a lot, but I really want to put this out there.
The boss that we fought, Gemon, was definitely like it was a cool boss fight, but it sucks that he was like just a regular ass random ass goon.
It technically does a lot of the things I enjoy so much in the genre, but I just cannot force myself to have fun with it.
That whole section was not even that necessary, really.
Every single time I start it.
Dungeon was kind of meh,
I just wasn't enjoying myself.
and all of that. So like that whole section was kind of a waste of time, really.
I wish I did. I want to know the payoff for the mystery it's setting up, and I love most of what it's doing in theory. The sound effects, exploration, pixel art, atmosphere, and general mood are all guaranteed bangers for me normally, but something's keeping me from getting into this one. So I guess I'll say this. Even though I really don't enjoy Lone Survivor, I'd still recommend you guys give it a shot. It's around 15 bucks on Steam, and for that price point, I'd say most of you stand a good chance of getting some kind of return on your investment. For all I know, there might just be something about the way I'm wired that keeps me from seeing what everyone else sees here, but if that's not the case, let me know in the comments if you're of the same mind. It'd be nice to feel like I'm not crazy. Well, let's say less crazy, maybe.
I'm not crazy, you're crazy. Oh, what's this?
In my last video on RE clones, I found myself smitten with the first Heaven Dust. Sure, it did have a few kinks I thought could have been worked out, but it accurately mimicked that original RE gameplay style, which is exactly what I look for in this series. Well, this week I decided to see if the sequel could deliver on everything that made the first one so good while patching a few of the holes that bothered me, and interestingly it did just that. Heaven Dust 2 takes place right after the first game, with our main character narrowly making it out of the lab, only to be captured by the same company that put him in that life or death situation in the first place. And after spending a little bit of time in what is explained to be some kind of a sleep pod, I guess, this guy wakes up to the same exact scenario as last time. It seems like someone high up in the company is leaving him clues and is looking to collaborate on getting their collective asses out of Dodge before this new compound blows up. This time around, I was pretty damn stoked at the inclusion of an honest-to-goodness story delivered by something other than journal entries. There are other characters you can actually interact with here in Part 2, and their inclusion really helps this feel like a more substantial tale than the last one. This very well may just be a retread of the first game's events, but since Part 1 didn't have much of a story to speak of anyways, I'm pretty confident in saying you might as well just start with this one if you're looking to play Heaven Dust. And I'm happy to say the same goes for its gameplay.
I don't know. You cannot call this
predecessor, only with a little more polish applied.
a horror game, really.
You'll still be running around a large pharmaceutical lab in the midst of a viral outbreak, and just like before, that process is the real bread and butter of the experience. Of course, you know this song and dance already. You'll slowly unlock more of the compound as you progress, finding key items and solving puzzles, which you should definitely be expecting from any game on this ever-growing list. Other than a very noticeable jump up in general tightness as far as gameplay mechanics go, I was also really happy to see more puzzles here in Part 2. It seems like every major area has more than 10 significant puzzles to solve before you can move on, and I'm happy to say they are just challenging enough to make you feel accomplished when you solve one, while staying away from that dreaded moment in survival horror games when you get stumped and have no idea how to proceed. On the flip side of that coin, I'd say fans of the genre might find these to be a little easy, but in my opinion they're getting close to just the right kind of difficulty. Solutions are usually found within a few rooms of the puzzle itself, and more often than not you can find out how to triumph over a head scratcher by looking at your surroundings just a bit closer. There were a few times where I nearly got close to getting stumped, but then I would notice some tiny detail I had just passed by and suddenly I knew exactly what to do. Honestly, it's sort of strange such a low-budget title would do this well with an aspect of the genre even big AAA developers often trip over. And speaking of compliments, the combat here follows in the same steps of all the other mechanics by being exactly like what you could find in the first game, only polished to a mirror-like sheen. Instead of only relying on random critical hits, you can stay locked onto an enemy for a certain period of time, which will net you a headshot. Of course, you can still get the odd random critical, but now it feels like you have a little more control over combat. If you approach a situation correctly, you should be able to down the opposing zombie before they get within striking distance using carefully timed headshots, but if something does get too close, you can still unload on them with unfocused shots from the hip and earn yourself a little breathing room. Part 2 adds grenades to the mix, which are expectedly handy, and because this is a survival horror game, that means you will always be just on the verge of running out of them. They can also be used as a resource to gain access to items you wouldn't otherwise be able to get your hands on, so that makes them more valuable and interesting. Gone are the stat upgrades and collectible currency from the first game, which you won't see me crying over, but you can find gun parts scattered around which will apply very similar buffs to your weapons. You can still come across spent shells and combine them with gunpowder to get ammo, only this time they aren't seemingly randomly spawned into the environment, so it feels a little more balanced. There's a few different types of malformed monstrosities you can come across this time around, each one requiring different tactics, like using a shotgun to blast away protective bones that have grown over a weak spot, or using electrical grenades or a machine gun to deal with enemies that can rapidly heal. I came across a few boss fights.
You know what, viewers?
Which is always nice to see, and as you might expect, or at
next Friday, I might actually
a bit of a puzzle in terms of getting through them
travel.
spending every last
I might
round
actually
Oh, and this was actually really cool. They fixed the issue I had with constantly having to travel back and forth between item boxes.
actually like travel somewhere.
Now, not only do you have more room in your inventory than before, but you can also find upgrades for it. Not to mention the fact that your guns no longer take up space as long as they're equipped. Man, talk about listening to feedback. Really, the only criticism I could think of while writing this
I'm gonna have to
healing items are a little more plentiful here than
pick off the rubber bands.
It's crazy because I was always flush with them back then as well. Graphically, Heaven Dust 2 carries a similar style as the first game, but much more visually impressive. They stuck with the more chibi proportions, which is fine by me, but the general artistry is clearly much better here. The environment has a lot more details in it, and zombies are a little more gruesome this time around, but still pretty cute. On that note, I love it when enemies show bullet holes when you shoot them. I'm not sure why, but I've always really enjoyed this little detail, and you don't see it in games enough, even nowadays. Back in my last video covering Heaven Dust 1, I got a lot of comments bewildered by the fact that I would play the first game first, which I thought was a little weird, but now that I played the sequel, I can definitely see where you guys were coming from. Heaven Dust 2 is amazingly fun and perfectly fits that empty void left behind every time you realize Capcom will never release another survival horror game again. It transplanted everything I enjoyed about the first game over while fixing almost every single complaint I had. As a sequel, it deserves praise for doing what most never do, but as an RE clone, it deserves a spot in your library. This thing's only going to run you $15 on Steam to grab a hold of, and I would say it's a steal at that price. You can finish this game in maybe
Taking off these rubber bands are actually
ask me, that's about the sweet spot for these
kinda annoying.
games. If you've been watching these videos looking for an RE-like experience to add to your backlog, you've likely already looked into this one, but if you're new to the genre, I would say this would make for an awesome point to jump in at. HD2 gives you a great idea of what you can expect from the genre and acts as a nice little bridge between the modern era and the more tried and true design of old survival horror games. And if all of that didn't convince you, you can fight a bone worm in this game, which is incredibly ironic because it's armored on the outside by the one thing it will never have on the inside. Man, there's some kind of allegory for like depression or something in there.
Come on, kid, get your ass up there.
Murder House is another one of those games I've been getting recommended for as long as I can remember, and with its
I took them off.
I figure I would have covered it.
Yeah, my mouth definitely feels weird.
I mean, come on, Puppet Combo. Did the ring affine texture warping?
I do have like
you guys make this game
like
just
my teeth. One tooth actually kind
started out with the prologue chapter, which takes place before the main
hurts a little bit.
Sets up the star serial killer of the show. You play as a kid who somehow was able to sleep after sitting on this monstrosity's lap and accidentally dozed off in a photo booth, locking him in the mall after hours. Oh, and right off the bat, I'd like to say Murder House checks every single box needed to be a piece of 80s media, which are the 3 M's: mullets, malls, and murderers. Nicely done, guys. After exploring the mall a bit, you find your way to a back room that may or may not lead you out of there, but not before you notice that you're not alone. Shortly after entering that back room, you encounter the Easter Ripper, and since you're only armed with one hell of a haircut, there's not much you can do but hide. Following that, there's some very well appreciated survival horror item collecting and puzzle solving, which will lead you to a nice janitor who offers to lock you in his office while he searches for the killer, but that doesn't necessarily work out. And that's where the prologue ends. The game proper starts off with the local news crew making their way out to the Easter Ripper's house years after his capture. Apparently the realtor has made a $50 deal with this sleazy news producer guy, and the team is looking to make some kind of a special report from inside the house of a famous killer. Right from the start, things are less than ideal with the real estate guy not showing up and you not being able to get into the house. But eventually you get control of your character, a lowly intern, and after breaking into the place and doing some preliminary filming, things start to go in the opposite direction you would want. The news van we rode in on is now demolished, and somehow the Easter Ripper is back and up to his old tricks again, those old tricks of course being murder.
Whoa! Whoa, that's brutal.
The house and avoid having your insides become your outsides. Murder House does a great job mimicking that early PS1 survival horror gameplay that hopefully we all love so much, with a very, very heavy emphasis on puzzle solving and item hunting. The game does technically have combat in it, although mostly you'll be hiding from the Ripper, but here's the weird thing.
You bloody Ripper!
Had to, for some reason. From what I've heard, the murderer is supposed to show up randomly while you're exploring the house and try to kill you, but I kid you not, he never once showed up in my playthrough. outside of scripted cutscenes and the final encounter, I never saw the guy. I'm not really sure what's going on there or whether or not I'm lucky or unlucky in that sense, but either way, I don't know, I guess that's worth mentioning. The item-based progression is a nice blend of adventure game logic and easy enough to intuit stuff, so you shouldn't get stuck on any roadblock for too long. If you do find yourself scratching your head though, I'd suggest checking random rooms. The game often moves your crewmates around during the story, and most of the time talking to them will trigger the next event. So overall, things are on the more satisfyingly easy side as far as puzzles go. Well, except for this piano puzzle here. I really don't know what it is about survival horror games and piano puzzles, but they are always a massive pain in my ass. Movement is handled with tank controls, just like the good Lord intended, and they work pretty okay. The controls are a tad on the sensitive side, so it's easy to overshoot a turn or get stuck on the environment, but I think the biggest culprit here is the camera. Murder House has a very Silent Hill type of camera, where it follows a sort of preset movement model. There are all these cinematic sweeps and pans, and it really makes for awesome shots, but controlling your character in these almost always changing perspectives can be a little hard. Just like Silent Hill, you can hold a shoulder button which will stop the camera in its tracks and direct it towards your back. And again, just like Silent Hill, this genuinely might mess with those of you who are prone to motion sickness. It's not horrible or anything, and you will get used to the controls, but it's certainly not what I would call ideal. To be honest though, I think it might be a sacrifice worth making, because some of the horror movie-esque camera angles, sweeps, and pans are just amazing looking. On the presentation side of things, like I said before, this is essentially my preferred look. It masterfully hits that low poly benchmark with smart use of 90s era limitations like low draw distance, dithering, and affine texture warping, but that's only half the story. MH over here probably has the best looking video filters out of any game I've covered for this series. Not only is there a CRT effect, but two for both RF and composite video connections.
Okay.
Very nice attention to detail. Personally, if I wasn't recording footage for a platform whose compression really dislikes static, I would have played with the VHS filter on because this thing looks amazing.
Rental?
There's also black and white mode, and if you don't like the lower render resolution, you can turn off PS1 mode and see gross-ass smooth polygons. Ew.
Damn, 4K? 4K scanline?
The PS1 setting has
I usually don't use these effects, by the way, viewers.
The overall package. Murder House has a classic look that manages to walk a very thin line between accuracy and artistically pleasing visuals. I really just appreciate the consistency here. Everything from menus to the title screen keeps that old 80s video rental aesthetic, and it really helps pull you into the time period this thing takes place in. On that same note, the music is absolutely killer. It's a great combination of 80s appropriate synth melodies and horror movie screeching noises. I really enjoyed it. Honestly, I'm struggling to think of something I didn't like about the game, and really my only complaints almost cancel themselves out.
You're lucky you have this after the incident with the poodle.
That could have happened to anyone.
For example, it does suck that I didn't get to experience the main bad guy outside of the prologue chapter, but that sort of works out for the best in my opinion. I'm not going to go into exactly why, but I never really got into the whole persistent invincible stalker thing. Similarly, this is a pretty short experience, taking me just shy of 3 hours to complete, but really I think it ends exactly when it should. The puzzles and item hunting are great here, but in reality, this is just a normal house with maybe an above average amount of rooms in it. I don't think they could have squeezed another 15 minutes out of this location without it feeling artificially padded. And besides, for a survival horror game, 2 to 3 hours is pretty close to average. In my opinion, Murder House is perfect. For what it is. It's a great look back at an old genre using a look and style that will be very familiar to the people most likely to have grown up with that genre. It's not an epic story with lots of intricately overlapping mechanics, but instead a tightly focused and masterfully executed look back at what I would call a better time. It mirrors old games in a way that's both fun in terms of nostalgia, but also well put together in terms of a polished modern experience. Normally, Murder House sits at about $12 on Steam, and I truly could not think of a better way to spend your money. Usually when I play these games to get footage, I'll do it off and on in between homework and taking care of real life stuff, but I sat down with Murder House tonight, and as I write this, it is 4:47 in the morning. I played it all the way through in one sitting because I just couldn't put it down, and immediately I wanted to write this section of the script so that all the memories were fresh in my head. Hopefully that's enough praise to get you interested, but on the off chance that it's not, perhaps this wonderful scene of low poly gore will sweeten the deal a bit for you.
Help me find an exit!
Well guys, I think that's going to do it for today. I know this one was a little shorter than the last few videos in the series, but I think I'm starting to run into the end of my list here. Now you guys have definitely recommended me a bunch of titles, but I found a lot of them to be unfinished or short proofs of concept, and I didn't exactly want this to be a series where I just try nothing but demos. On top of that, I think I've shown you nearly everything that fits my definition of the genre and has a level of quality that, in my opinion, makes it worth pointing out. Throughout this process, I played a ton of short teasers, and there's definitely potential to be found in a lot of the stuff out there. But with the state of indie games and how little of them end up getting finished, I think this might be a good place to call it for now. Sadly, I am going to have to wait till a few more substantial titles are created in the genre to make another one of these videos, but on the plus side, I am thrilled that we are currently living through a time where I can reasonably expect that'll happen. Some of the younger people in the audience may not know this, but the survival horror boom did not last very long. Not counting this recent revival, the genre's been dead much longer than it ever lived, so I'm really happy to see developers with skill, heart, and drive jumping into a style that's near and dear to so many of our hearts. If by chance any of these fledgling dev houses happen to be watching this, just know there is a real and dedicated audience for what you're working on, and we're all behind you. Long live survival horror. And with that, I think I'm going to have to get out of here, but I really want to thank you all for accompanying me through this journey. It's definitely something I wish I would have done earlier, but discovering awesome games in a once-thought-lost category is definitely better done late than never. Just as soon as I've compiled another nice long list of RE clones, best believe I'll be back with another volume, but until then, as usual, I'm Jared.
Ew, it's musty.
And this is Avalanche
Jared,
Reviews.
ew! That was funny.
Well, hello, friends. Thank you for hanging out for a bit today. If you're into modern or
No, it's
retro
funny.
RE clones, I've definitely got
Anywho,
something
viewers.
like linked on screen, and if you think this work is worth supporting,
I think I'm gonna end it here for now, viewers. I'm gonna come back. Don't worry, it's not like yesterday where I'm gonna say I'm gonna come back, then I'm not gonna come back. Now I'm gonna come back, viewers, and we are going to play something. That's for sure. Probably gonna continue with more Dragon Quest, unless there's nothing gonna be interesting. But I'm definitely interested to see the whatchamacallit. Interested to see. I think like the storyline with these brothers are gonna be silly, with cash and carry. But hopefully, like once I actually open the casino, hopefully I'll be able to be able to actually win a lot of cash and get all the things that I want really easily. Because grinding in this game is a little bit annoying, especially when it comes to even grinding for money. It can be annoying. So I might be having some sort of a shortcut once I actually have access to the casino. So hopefully that's gonna go smooth for me. So we're gonna see how things will go for us in the next time we're gonna play Dragon Quest. So thank you very much for watching, viewers. I'll catch you guys in the next one with more Dragon Quest and maybe Siberia. This has been yours. Have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.